What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome back to some more Carx Street, and in today's video I'm going to be messing around with a brand new car that they've added into the game with the previous update. Well, the most recent update anyway. It's not this, it's not the Haksuka that I just got. This sounds great. I'm a little bit tempted to make a video on this car as well. I really wanted to get this thing before, like just buy it and actually make this thing into just a nice little car to drive. This little Haksuka that I'm driving right now, this little old Skyline. But I just ended up getting this as a reward for one of the secret cars that you actually end up getting from doing the time attacks, the events all around the map. So if you guys see all these random time attacks that are all over the shop, basically all you need to do is do one of these and it gives you whatever. If you get top 250, which I did on one of the previous events, you get a secret car. And I got myself this. And this thing is sick. But that's not what this video is about. And of course, I'm gonna make a video on the Ford GT. So let's hop over, go to the dealership, and actually buy this thing. So this was added with one of the previous updates, and I really wanted to check it out and see what it's like. It is actually very, very good, apparently. There it is right here. It's also, I think, the most expensive car that you can purchase in this game. Am I right in saying that? It's alongside the Aston Martin. I think the Aston Martin is actually very, very good as well. But I've seen this thing on a few leaderboards, so you can probably mess around with this thing, maybe use it, see what it's like. I just want to kind of get this thing and drive it around, and of course, I kind of want to make a video on it and see what, first of all, is possible with it. Okay, it actually does sound like a V6. Fair enough. A little low and rumbly, but it does actually sound like a V6. Interesting. This thing looks insane, by the way. It's pretty weird that they added this car in the game, isn't it? I am on sports tires as well, so we're gonna be getting a little bit of slip, but I'm gonna do stuff to it. I'm gonna see what's available to not only do to this thing styling wise, but also once we start upgrading it, what is it actually gonna be like to race with. I don't know if I want to bring this thing all the way up at the C6, because I've seen this thing, like I said, with some parts on it, and I've seen it do really, really well with the lower class builds. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, have a look at this. Right, if I go over to some of these events, so this is, what's this? This is C3. If I go into C3, you can see at number 7 and at number 3 we have a Ford GT just sitting here. See what I mean? So people are downgrading this thing, engine swapping it most likely to give it a slower engine, but the actual rating for it goes up to 1800, which is pretty ridiculous. So I know it's gonna change due to the fact of like some of the styling parts, but not only that, but there's like 2 of these that are in the top 10 on this list in C3. If we go over to this one's C4. We have one in 2nd place, we have one in 5th, and 6th, and 7th, and 9th, and 10th place. Like, this is a really, really good car. So I was thinking, maybe, what if we keep this thing in this class, which means, though, I do have to engine swap this thing with a worse engine, which is probably going to be the SR20 that's available for this car, and then maybe try and compete with this thing and just see what it's like. I'm kind of tempted to do that. But at the same time, I also kind of just want to keep the standard engine in this thing and then just build it up from there. But yeah, by the looks of things, people are making this thing really, really light and giving it a worse engine, obviously, to decrease the horsepower. But supposedly, it's very good handling-wise, so kind of very interested to see what it's capable of doing. But yeah, anyway, this is the Ford GT, the FGT in this game, as it's called. I mean, it looks pretty spot on. It looks really, really good. They've done a really, really good job remodeling this thing. All right, cool. Let's go over into the tuning shop with this thing. So I need to go ahead and engine swap this thing. So right now it's a 3.5 liter V6 in it. If I go over to, if I go over to the engine swaps, Obviously, we have the SR20, we have the RB26, HQ, 2J, LS, and I'm pretty sure the RS, sorry, I keep calling it the SR20, but it is an RS, it is an SR20 in real life, but I'm pretty sure this is the engine that people put in it, because not only is it lighter than all of these other ones, but it will also make quite a lot of power, and obviously it'll bring the class of this car down as well. So I'm gonna slap this one in. As much as I don't want to, I'm going to put this engine in this car right now. Right, well, now we're in C1. That's weird. That is so strange having this thing in C1. What I want to do now is wait, actually, yeah, we go into transmission. Are we all-wheel drive? No, I think all of these cars are all-wheel drive, so I'm going to swap over to an all-wheel drive setup, and I'm also going to swap the transmission to the T50S, which is what people are saying is the correct one to use. So I put the 5-speed in one of the previous cars that I've done a build on, and apparently you're supposed to put the 6-speed in it, because that is the better one. So the T50S is probably the better one here. Is the 7-speed the better one on this one? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure this one is still the best one. In terms of weight and everything, I think that might be the best one. So then what I need to do is I also need to do a body swap on this thing, most likely to make it as light as possible. So we're going to do that, and we're also going to do that, which now brings our weight down to 1,078 kilos, which is pretty ridiculous. We're still in C1 at the moment, so we haven't really done anything else there. As for the wheels themselves, I think we're going to go, I mean, this is already on 325, so we need to go much wider. Also, people were saying that going with the bigger or wider wheels is a good thing, but only up to a certain point, because if you bring it up even higher or even more than what the game deems to be useful, you will end up having a bad time. It's going to be really good, or it's not going to be as good as I think in the corners. So maybe don't max out the wheel width. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave it standard. I'm going to leave it the way it is. It's already on ridiculously wide wheels anyway. They're on 325s 20s for the fronts and the rear, so I'm gonna just leave them like this for now. And then for the tires, we're gonna go with, I think, one step higher. I don't know if this actually is going to help. I mean, I think it might help top speed, but it's not going to really help in terms of handling, is it? Or do I just leave it alone? I don't know. People will be able to correct me in the comments below which ones are going to be the right ones for there. All right, so I need to bring this thing all the way up to C3, which means I need to give this thing a lot more power than what it has now. Well, not a lot more, but at least enough to the point where this thing basically maxes out. I want to actually have a look real quick. 1 second. Let me go back out. And I want to have a look and see what sort of weight these things have on those leaderboards. I feel like that's something that I should really check out. So this one's the one in C4. 984 kilos. And then in this one, 986... 977, so they're still very light. Okay. Interesting. So what have they done to make it even lighter than what it actually is right now? That is the question here. So we have the weight reduction. Fuel tank obviously adds more weight, so we're not going to be doing that. Aero, we're going to need to put aero on this thing, so it's adjustable. We'll do that. Any sort of suspension parts will bring the weight down? Not entirely sure, to be honest, but I'm going to slap as many of these purple parts on as possible. We have quite a decent amount of money, so I don't really care about the money spending situation. So we're gonna put whatever's the best for this thing right here. Springs, dampers, all that sort of good stuff. Okay, cool. We're still in C1, obviously. I haven't done anything to the engine. Wheels are fine, body is fine. Transmission, we've done that. Do a clutch. There we go. Differential as well, adjustable, and then gearbox then as well. We'll go to probably the ultimate, because that's gonna be the... We're at 1700 rating, by the way. It's ridiculous. That is insane. Okay, so the only way to get this thing even lighter is to change the exhaust. Exhaust is one of them to get this thing lighter. Exhaust manifold is another one. Yes, I know. Block is also one of them. Cylinder head is one of them. Fuel system isn't. Intake manifold is one of them. I'm just looking at what brings my weight down, but at the same time also increases my horsepower, you know what I mean? Now brings it up into C3, and then ECU. I max that out, no. If I change my turbo, maybe. So what if I bring my cams lower. Let me go back to stock on cams. Okay, so we can give this thing just a turbo kit here. Like that. And then instead of the... What can we really change on this thing? What can we really change? The intake manifold? Can we go down one? No. Cylinder head maybe go down? No. Engine block go down. Okay, if we go to this engine block, we're sorted. Here's the thing though with the weight, right? If we go into the styling, will that adjust or change my weight? Or maybe wheels would. That's a question. What if I change my wheels? What if... Because this just changes really the profile. It doesn't really change my actual wheels themselves. Okay, let's leave it like this for now. We're in C3. Let's go over into the styling. And I think some of the parts that you buy there may make this lighter. Because I don't really know what else I can really do to this thing to make it lighter in that place there. But in the styling shop, there's probably a couple of things that we can change to get this thing to be lighter. First of all, wheels. I think wheels are going to get this thing to be lighter. Which also means that we might have to decrease the power of this thing. Alright, body kits available. Boom. That looks kind of sick. It like turns this thing into a Le Mans car. I actually kind of like that. The CBW kit looks really, really good. It doesn't really change it that much. It kind of makes it a little bit wider, but it makes it look more like a race car than anything else. That looks great. Front bumper, then we can change it. So obviously we have carbon and the canards. Yeah, let's do carbon and canards. The rear end, obviously stock. We have that one with the diffuser, and then we have no diffuser. No, I want the diffuser. Let's make it carbon, or at least black, whatever that is. Oh, the yellow lights look good. Oh, the yellow lights look great. Definitely doing that. Taillights, standard ones, and then we have these ones, which I don't know what the difference is. I don't really know what the difference is. We'll keep those ones on, whatever they selected. We have stock, which means no mirrors for whatever reason. We have these ones, and these ones. We're gonna keep the center ones on. I'll buy these, even though I certainly didn't mean to really go out. Side skirts, I think they're fine. We could probably go with the carbon ones actually. Yeah. Trunk lid. I actually just like the one that's already on it now, so I'm not gonna change that. Spoiler we can change slightly. Okay, we can put this one in, which is, if I remember correctly, the Banshee from... no, it's not. But it's from here, from this angle, it looks like the Banshee from Need for Speed, like Most Wanted. Am I wrong in saying that? Or is it from, like, Need for Speed Underground? This looks ridiculous. No, but I'm definitely keeping the one that's on it now. It looks ridiculous. Exhausts up there. We have the stock ones, we have these ones, and then we have these ones, which I might just go with these, because they look incredible. Cage, I don't really care for. Wheels... Wheels. What are the wheels that are on it now? Nah, I don't like those. We're definitely gonna go with something a little bit more extreme, but also something that looks a little bit more like they belong on a race car. Maybe something with center locking, actually. Okay, we don't, but I'm gonna pick these because they just remind me of the Super Turismos. The Oz Super Turismos. I'm gonna put these on. Okay, that's enough of that. Paint job. I actually don't really mind this paint, but what I want to do is I want to try to see if I can... Oh yes, the stripes stay. That's perfect. I don't know, white with blue stripes is just a classic Ford GT40 look. I kind of want to go with that. Maybe this type of white here that looks a little bit more like this. More like ice white than like this pearl white. I think this is the correct one to use. I'm going to put that. I know it says matte, but can we change it? I don't want it to be matte, but as soon as we change it to... Okay, standard is perfect. Metallic makes it look too silver. Yeah, standard is absolutely perfect. Or is it this one? So this is more like the icy type of blue-white. This one's probably the whitest white. And then this one's a little bit darker. Yeah, we're going with this one. That's the nicest looking one. Red looks good as well. There's some really good color options for this thing, especially with the blue stripes, keeping those blue. Very good. I don't want to change anything else on this car. I like the blue or the white wheels as well. Even the interior, I don't really care about changing too much. To be honest with you, I kind of don't really mind it. And then I don't really care about changing these as well, so I'm going to leave those the way there. Okay, interesting stuff. Now, here's the thing. Here's my question. What about how can we make this thing even lighter than what it actually is? Is there something that I'm missing here? I need to definitely... Oh, yeah, of course there is something that I'm missing. I'm an idiot. I need to go... I know what's missing. I know exactly what's missing. Let me reduce the power of this. So let me get rid of... I'm going to get rid of the turbo. I don't know if that's a good idea, because I think that drops it a lot. But I forgot about the whole tuning thing. So I'm going to go ahead and tune this thing. And then, of course, once we go into the body, you can see we have weight reduction. And we can do even more. So I'm going to slap a little bit of a tune on this thing. Just try to see if what I can put together. And then I'll be right back. And we'll see what I can change as well, because I think I do actually need to put my turbo back onto this thing. So let me do that. But then I also need to decrease or get rid of something. So maybe engine block or something like that. I don't really know. Something that will have to go down, because I will end up having to give this thing a lot less weight, meaning that our rating is actually going to go up by quite a lot. So as you can see. Alright, well, I've done everything. I've given it the better tires now as well. I've also ended up giving it the better fuel. We are now looking at 249 and 1845, so we're at 246 horsepower and 987 kilos. This thing now is an absolute little rocket, by the way. It's really, really grippy by the looks of things. Trying to see what lower speeds like. I also ended up increasing my torque at lower speeds as well, or in the lower RPMs. It is fantastic to drive. Okay, changes his gears very quickly. Again, it's really, really light. Okay, this should be fun. This should be fun to try and see where I can put myself on the leaderboards here on this event. So this is the one that I'm going to try for, obviously, in C3. Let's see. Let's see where can I get myself with this thing. See if people's tunes are better than mine. I mean, I've slapped something together with whatever little knowledge that I have of tuning in this game, so, and what I think is the correct things to put on, so we'll see. Oh, I really don't like this one. This is on the outside of the lake, isn't it? The only thing about this one, though, is I don't feel like people can actually cut this. So you'll just end up going into the lake. So this may be one of the more fair ones, I guess. And also, if you cut, you end up going onto the dirt, and it makes it really, really slippery. Look. Look, I'm just like drifting on it. So cutting on this one is probably a very bad idea. Oh my god. It pulls in so tight. Okay. Okay. Let's go again. Oh my god, don't... I'm so like tempted to cut every time, but you just end up going onto the dirt and it slides. So you have to be so careful when you're actually cutting. Oh my god, I just did it there. Chill. It's so tempting to just cut across, but you can see how bad it is when you do. Okay, don't get too close to this wall. Oh, it's 2 laps. I was like, wait, what? Why did my thing not end? Okay. I really like the way this drives. I really don't like this track, though. But again, like I said, I feel like it's a really good one for people not to do any shady stuff, like cutting across. It really forces you to stay on the actual road itself, you know? It's so funny how slow this is. It's not slow, but like, it's a 4GT. It's definitely able to go much, much faster, but because I obviously detuned it. Okay, don't cut then. Alright, well, that's... Alright, where am I in the world with that one? That's gonna be bad, isn't it? 240. World rank is 124, I got a 140 from that. That is not great. That is not good at all. Alright, let's try to improve. Try to stay on the road a lot more. That's the one. Like that. That is much better driving. I'm leaving this guy way behind. Much, much better than before. Oh, a little sketchy. Come on. I actually don't even see this guy anymore. I'm so much further ahead than I was the last time. $133. I'm so much faster than I was the last time. Apparently they only brought me up, what, like a couple of spots? Like, surely that's not true. Surely that is not the case. Yeah, 79. 79 is good. I was gonna say, I'm like, not even like 10 seconds off the world record. That is mad. 125 from this guy. Very similar stats. Very, very similar stats, me and that guy. This one down here is also quite similar as well. He's a little bit lighter. Interesting. But we are getting very similar times. Okay, I think I can go a little bit... I'm gonna go again. I want to see what someone else has done. Maybe there's ways to maybe cut across. Because I remember in one of the previous ones with the little ladder that I own. I ended up doing a run, and then someone said that, yeah, at the very end you can just... Whoops. At the very end, you can just, like, jump off the side of the mountain, and you can just jump into the finish line. And I was like, okay, really? That's the thing? So, I ended up trying that, and I'm pretty sure that was the one that won me the skyline as well. I need to stop cutting. That's the reason why I'm crashing into that wall, by the way. It's not that I'm not slowing down fast enough, it's because I'm cutting. I have to stay wider here. Stay on the driving line. There you go. Because every time I cut, I go on the grass, and then it's like I just lose grip instantly. Oh, sketchy. Oh, okay, brilliant. Not a great start, but I'm still right next to my rival. Oh, excuse me? Oh, excuse me? Okay, I told you there was something iffy about this attempt. I told you lot that there was something fishy about it. How do people find this stuff, man? So basically taking a 3-second penalty there. Is it 3 or 6 seconds? I don't even know. But taking that penalty obviously puts him ahead of me, but there is still a penalty over time. Maybe don't stay off-roading there for that long. Obviously, I'm much slower than I was the last time. 80. Jesus, I'm falling down. Falling down the trenches. I'm gonna try it that, that time. But yeah, there's always something iffy going on. Wait, so I beat my rival time. Why am I doing that? Why? 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 Why am I cutting across? Because this one's actually fairly new, this event. There's people doing it right now as I'm doing it. So, I will end up, I think, during this video even, fall down on the leaderboard slightly. Alright, let's cheat this. Let's cheat the system, boys. As if. Doesn't even tell me what sort of penalty I just got, by the way. I think it will at the very, very end. Okay, I'm faster than I was before. Does it tell me? Where does it tell me? 3 seconds. That's still dumb. That is so stupid. That's so stupid. You can just cut across and take a penalty and it's actually faster than a regular time. They need to fix that. They need to give you a penalty much larger than like 3 seconds for doing stuff like that. 100%. 100%. They need to give you such a much more extreme penalty than that. That's stupid. Even with my driving that I can improve. It doesn't make a difference. It's just getting the best cut there and then I don't know how that went so well for me, but I don't know where this guy is. I genuinely can't see him. Okay. Oh, I see him now. He's miles away. $63rd? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's crazy. That is crazy. What? So what's my actual time that I got on this? 1:32. It's ridiculous. That's mad. I might leave it there for today's video. Is there any other one that I can actually try and attempt maybe with this car? What's this one? This one's C4. This one here is not my car anymore. No, that's pretty much it. These are all the ones that I can try. I mean, 4GT's got it. It's a super sick car to drive, especially in this like lower class that I'm driving it right now. It's very good. I'm not the best tuner, so this is definitely not the best tune. Why are there trucks driving on this road? Weird. I'm not the best tuner, so this is not going to be the best tune for this thing, but just with the little knowledge that I have of tuning in this game, I actually kind of did alright. The car drives really well. It looks brilliant, too. I love the way that they gave this thing basically the Le Mans, like, crazy wide body kit. It looks fantastic like this. And I love it. So, yeah, let me know what you thought of this video with a comment down below. If you enjoyed stuff like this and you want to see more of it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also, don't forget to go into the description box below and check out some of the other channels that I have. I have an IRL channel where I upload a bunch of random stuff there as well, in real life content with cars, so go check that out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.